All right, all right. LDBC. This is your boy Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show live. And guys, I got Miss Hanna Gabriels here. I got her here. She's definitely about to she's about to take on a fight against Claressa Shields this Saturday. Hannah, how you doing this evening? Okay, this Friday, guys. I'm sorry. Look at this. Look at this. I already messed it up. Yep, she's gonna take on Claressa Shields this Friday. So, how you feeling today? Okay, okay. She said, "Thank you for your attention and be blessed. I appreciate it." Um, where is everybody in the stream? I don't see anybody. Okay, the stream is up. Okay, all right. So people will start coming in. It's a live stream, and kind of getting to it. But okay, guys. So I got Hannah Gabriels here. Hannah, is this is your first time at middleweight, right? Okay. How do you feel about that? Okay. So everybody was running from Miss Claressa Shields except for you. I mean, you just said so. Okay, so when you first figured out that you were going to get this fight, I mean, did you just jumped on the chance like quick? You said yeah. Hmm. Now, speaking of being like a great athlete, you used to do track and field, right? Oh, so what events did you run? Okay. multi events. Yeah, heptathlon and pentathlon. Yeah, to help you had to do 7 events, right? Yeah, you did long jump, what, 200 hurdles, 800 meters, shot put, and javelin, right? Yeah. So how far did you throw the shot put? I'm just curious because I'm a discus thrower. I'm a discus thrower myself. Okay, 12 meters is pretty good. That's about 39 feet. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's decent. That's decent. Yeah, I wish I can get a lot of kids throwing that far, but they can't. So, what kind of problems do you and your team see that Clarissa Shields is going to cause you in this particular fight? Yeah, and you guys are going to make a great fight because you guys are the headliner. I mean, how do you feel like, female boxing is the headliner in this bout?
doing things with professionalism and being committed, passionate, and showing how great we are also outside the ring, things will change for other women, the future champions.
Okay. All right. I mean, that's good. Things have changed for the future champions. And there was a couple of people that just entered the stream. They said the audio is not on. I'm like, yeah, it is. Okay, it's on now. But so definitely everything you said, about the future champions and the people, is gonna fight, after you do it. But I mean, but you got to believe this is a big deal, though. I mean, it's a huge big deal because you and Clarissa, you guys been working real hard to get a lot of notoriety for the women, and I've seen almost just about every fight that I can see of yours online. I've seen them all. I seen the battle that you had with Castillo. I mean, those are two great, great fights. You avenged that loss. You came back tough. You did a lot of things right. Now, okay, do you feel like Clarissa Shields is underestimating you and your abilities?
Um, I'm not sure. Um, I think that is that the way she speaks sometimes is just the way she sells, and because we met yesterday and we saw today at the conference, and she wasn't uh, talking like she will speak in the interviews and stuff about me. So I don't know if it is just the show or what. I think that on my part, there's a lot of respect to her and or towards her. And if she underestimates me, she's in for a big surprise. And if she's not, then she just knows this is going to be a different fight. Um, I always fight differently. It really depends on my opponent, and I have the capability of changing a lot of things and solving problems inside the ring because that's how it's had to be with my career. Like I said, I never had I only had one amateur fight, and then I turned professional. And in this platform, I have to learn. And so for this fight, we did change a lot of what I was doing, and
Hmm.
I think people will be surprised because I don't think many people have the capability of changing so much in such a short time.
Oh, okay. Well, you said Clarissa Shields is in for a rude awakening if she underestimates you. And I mean, but that's really impressive that you can change a lot of stuff. Um, and and also I heard that you were. I was listening to some of your prior, interviews, and people were asking you, like, you guys were trying to figure out a game plan as to how to reach, her body. You guys you're figuring that out, and so now you guys got to figure it out. So, without telling too much about what you're gonna do, uh, what what kind of things, like, how did you know? Okay, how did you know? Like, I'm trying to get it without getting you to expose too much. 'Cause I don't want to put you out there like that. Um, how did you actually know? Like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. Okay, this is what we need to do to reach this girl body because you are a very good body puncher. And I think the body punching is what made the difference when you fought Castillo the second time. I mean, I know I picked you. You threw a lot of body shots. So, what did you guys do to say, hey, okay, we can now reach Clarissa?
Well, with Oxandia, it was different because I didn't feel it, like it didn't hurt, but I know she's a hard puncher because she knocked me down, though. She knocked me out in the first fight, and then she knocked me down in the second one. So she has a lot of power. So I had to be cautious and I had to be um, kind of aggressive, but then I also wanted to frustrate her, make her miss a lot, and work with my distance. And then as soon as I believe I'm a boxer that comes from low to high. The later rounds are the best rounds for me. So I was trying to get away from the first four rounds and overcome that, and then make my fight because in condition wise, I feel always great in the later rounds. So in this case, I don't know how how much of a hard puncher Clarissa is until I feel her, right?
Yeah,
You cannot know. You see this and you see that, but I haven't seen her throwing down the girls that she fought, and I don't think they're stronger than her, right?
yeah,
So we will see. Every fight is different, and you should never look for a knockout because that will come sometime if it comes. Um, but our game plan is truly based on being very technical and aggressive. That's all I can say. And then there's very many different ways of doing that. My coach in this case is my husband. He is right now the Latino champion for WBC and WBA, and he was a former world interim champion in super um, featherweight, and now he just signed with Top Rank, and I cannot tell you how smart, how great skills he has. He's just a natural guy. He's amazing. And I've seen him when we were in Vegas. I've seen him train with guys that were 165 pounds, 180 pounds, 150, 147, and he fights in 130. And he will make them look so bad just because he has the ability um, to do so many things, to work with the angles, and he has great feet, and he's very smart. So I've been trying to learn the most I can from his style and the way he sees things inside the ring. And we have accomplished a lot. So I think um, just as I know that it's going to be very different from anything that you have seen in my fights prior to this one, um, I'm just very, very confident and very um, proud of what we're bringing to this fight, because we had to bring a A game against Clarissa because we know she's bringing her A game.
But you look confident. I mean, it's not even something you just telling me. Like, I've been dealing with athletes for over 20 years, and I'm telling you, you look like you ready to just go fight a war. You like you ready to win a war. Like I'm telling you, I can see it all over you. Like, and I can tell when somebody, because I done interviewed a lot of fighters, and when they say, "Yep, I got this, I got this," I'm like, I'm saying to myself, I don't know. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that with you because I was on here. I was telling people. I said, "Listen," I said, "Hannah Gabriels is a tough fight." I said, for Claressa, shit, this is gonna be a tough fight. Oh, coach, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, I've seen this girl fight. She got knockout power. You got 11 knockouts, okay? And
Yeah.
for a woman, that's a lot of knockouts for a woman. Using your fist. I mean,
Yeah. I
that's
haven't I haven't knocked down anybody lately, and every time I'm close they take it away from me. They're like, oh, and I'm like, no.
that's just the
But
referee hating on you. That's just the referee.
yeah,
The referees
that
need a
is,
better job.
but I really I've learned with my husband. We've been together for 8 years, but it's he has taken the time to teach me, because in the late years we have become a team. And I've seen how strength, so sometimes, or most of the times, depending on the fighter that you are facing, is nothing. People think he is not strong or a great puncher, and then you see them fighting, and there's so many things involved in boxing. It's just not about the great right hand and the great uppercut and all that. It's about the movement. It's about how you play, how you dominate, from here, and from here, the ring and the fighter, and how do you accomplish to frustrate them, and how do you accomplish to not frustrate yourself when things are not going well for you, and how do you keep the focus and the strategy present, and all that stuff. So I've learned that is so much more into this, and I'm eager to be able to do all that. I'm eager to not just people to say, "Oh, she's so aggressive and she's gonna take her down." No, I want people to say, "Oh my God, she's able to go under those punches, and she's all of those stuff, all the great stuff that great boxers have done, I want to do." So yeah, it's gonna be great.
Oh man, I'm excited. You got me excited. I mean, you got the coach excited.
Thank you.
Now you got some people in the live stream. This woman, I Candy, she said, "Look, she didn't even know you could speak English. I didn't either. I didn't know she could speak English. Okay, because I was like, man, I want to interview her, but then I was like, she can't speak English. I can't speak, her language, so it's not gonna work. But she said she hopes she whoops Clarissa's ass. That's what she said. And if you guys have questions for Hannah, okay, she's here. She's giving me a full half hour, y'all. I mean, she don't have to. She's doing it. This is a stressful week. She getting stuff done, guys. And it better be some good questions, okay? Not no stupid questions. None. Okay, now, are you worried about Clarissa Shields walking around at over 180 pounds, like her being a bigger person?
No, Like I said,
Said it
I've
enough.
learned that power is nothing if you cannot land it. If you can't land it, power is nothing. If you land it and you don't have the right technique and you're not precise, means nothing.
Wow.
If the opponent that you're facing is able to take the punches and is aggressive enough and is brave enough, means nothing. So it's just a matter of every little detail matters, from your feet, from your position, from your mindset, from where you want things to go. How do you think? How do you see things going, and how you gonna, um, turn that around and stuff? So, I'm not really worried about that. If I would have been worried about that, I wouldn't haven't taken this fight because, I would have thought it's dangerous and all kinds of stuff. We think we had to be cautious, and so we try to work as the highest weight we could, without jeopardizing, you know, the weigh in commitment. And so I think I'm prepared to take whatever she brings. I'm just excited, and I know a lot of people. I was thinking at the beginning she was a little I don't know what's that word in English, but like, she was talking too much,
Oh, trash talking.
yes, and stuff. Yeah, Josh, and I just figure out this is just part of the game. It doesn't hurt me at all because I don't think, really and truly, words don't fight for you. And really and truly, once you get in the ring, is one and one. And all of those things, just, if you let them play with your mind, it could affect you and could affect your focus. And this is not the case. I remember she saying that I was talking big boy stuff, and I said, what else? I'm older than you. And I've been in the game, and I've done my job, and I've walked this path, and
Oh
I'm
man.
just as I deserve, just as much the recognition, and I'll make a great fight for people to see. And I just hope it'll be one of those fights where people talk for ages. That people is so impressed that they're like, "Oh, remember that fight? It was crazy, and there's so many emotions." And that when you want to bring a fight like that to the people, you have to pay a big price. you know um and I think both of us will see very hard times in that fight, and whoever has a clearer mind, a smartest way to see things and to handle, is going to win. So I'm not worried about the outcome of this fight. I want to win because that's my mentality, and that's why I'm a champion. But you know that the victory of a fighter is an everyday challenge. The fight is just a party, you know, and we have to deal with so many things in the everyday, um, that I feel victorious already. Have overcome a lot of things in this past two and a half, 3 months, and I feel ready.
Wow. I feel like you're ready too. I mean, wow. You know what? You just motivated me. I mean, I feel like I can go outside right now and just be, I want to go fight somebody right now. Thank you. This is
Okay.
this is all you. Okay, you got some good questions in. Okay, you got some good questions. These people, they are asking you questions. We finna get on. Okay, and on my channel, I like the people that sub to me. I actually like them to participate in interviews with questions, and
Yeah.
so they're asking. They said, okay, and I think you already answered this one, but Eye Candy wants to know, uh, are you worried about Clarissa's power?
No, I saw just a picture from Showtime and Instagram that says, that I underestimate her power, and I'm not at all. Until I feel her, like I said, I will know if I have to worry or not. And if I have to worry, then I'll adapt my game. I'm ready for that. And if I don't have to worry, then I'll just go with the game that I already had planned. And like I said, for this fight, um, both of us, both of us are going to pay a high price. And I think um, today when we did our face to face, she acknowledged this is not going to be the same as she has had in the past fights. So it is good to see that she does has that type of respect. I thought that she was going to be a little herself. And right before our face to face, there was Hammer and Tori Nelson facing each other, and she was like, "Oh, this and that," and I was like, "Oh man, I don't want to deal with that," because I'm a very chill out person and so. But we did our face to face, and it was really calm, really respectful. So um, she knows. She knows. And I know. It's not like this and that. I know. And it's good to know that she also acknowledges that.
Well, in America, we got a saying: "Real recognize real." Okay, that's
Yeah.
the saying. That means that
It's true.
she respects you. She respects what you can do. And I see. I've been right all along. Every time I said anything about this whole fight, I've been right. I told y'all that Claressa was gonna think that this was gonna be her toughest test, and she said it. Claressa, she just said it. This is gonna be my toughest test. Because I thought the opponents she fought, they were good, but I just didn't think that they were on your level. Because there are a lot of things that you can do that they don't do, such as I think your footwork is better than anybody she's ever faced. I think your body punching, to me, okay, is better. You and her first fight, Francione Cruz, you guys, y'all are like tremendous body punchers, and I think that the body work for you is gonna be the big difference, man. I watch some of your body shots, and I'm like, oh man, I don't, man, them body shots are like they hurt because you.
I'm trying. I'm trying to get better though. There's
Wow.
a lot to learn still. And in one of the interviews they asked me, "Well, if you win this fight, will you feel like you're the greatest in the?" And I said, "No. You wouldn't know that until you finally retired and you'll see what you've done and there will always new people will come and they will do probably better and it's just you shouldn't worry about those kind of things. I'm just trying to be the best version of myself every time. And I'm already 35. I don't know. I might have 3 more years in this thing if I want to do things right and I want to retire in a good place. So I really want to make the best out of these years and I don't really want to be like the greatest woman of all time. I want to be one of the greatest because there's so many great boxers, so many great females, and a woman is a big concept, you know. Um, it is just not to be a fighter, it is to be all these things and to have all these responsibilities. Feminists sometimes get mad at me because I said, I'm a wife, I'm a mother,
Huh.
I'm a this and that, and they're like, oh, like if that what makes the difference, and it does. I have a lot of responsibilities. I have to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning, 2:15, so I can go running, and so my day so I can do everything that I have to do in my day with my daughter, with my husband. I help my husband, and we do have a job where we give classes to in a boxing community gym, and so I'm a student also, and I work with the sponsors, and it is difficult to have all these functions and still be a champion. So it is hard work, but nothing that a great woman, a committed uh, and a woman that values everything that she does, how it impacts everybody and how it impacts her life. um couldn't do. So it goes in that road more or less.
That's amazing. You are one big talking motivational speech. Like that's what you are.
Yeah,
Good
I love
grief.
to do that as well. Yeah, it's one of my favorite things to do. Thank you.
So you actually go around and speak. Man, you know what, y'all need to pay for this. Like y'all, you need to pay for these words. But I had a couple of questions. Okay, one guy, his name is Knowledge of Self Determination. He said, okay, what he says, how are you different from everybody else that fought Claressa? That's a good question. Yeah.
Um, I think my capability of learning and changing. Most fighters, you see them do the same 10 fights or 5 fights ago, and they will student come and do the same to the next fight. And I'm just not that type of boxer. And I think I have just as much proud in what I do that Clarissa's. I don't see myself like she does, but I'll tell you this. Um, I'm not the type of person that trusts herself all the time. I have this little person that tells me, "Oh, you're not good enough and you won't be able to make it." But because of that, I don't fail a day. And I go to the gym and I do it. If I have to wake up at 2:15 and everybody's sleeping and I'm tired, I still get up because I remember that I cannot give power to my the enemy that lives with me, because then she'll win the battle. And I think pretty much everybody has to deal with that little person, that negative person that um, somehow um, makes you being afraid of trying new things and go forward. And that's why people hold themselves for to do a lot of what they dream and they want. So I'm not giving power to this. I'm I'm trying my best, and I think that's why Clarissa is in for a different fight, because it is just not about the fight. Is a is a global thing. I work everything, everything inside the ring and outside the ring. And I want to give the very best example I can give to my daughter. Um, we come from a small country, and like I said before, being an athlete is not a privilege. And in many places in the world, a woman, just to be a woman is a disgrace to some families. Just to be a woman is representative of obstacles and difficulties and weakness and all these kind of things. And I want my daughter to I want to lead by example, and I want her to know that it doesn't matter what she goes through, the bad decisions that she makes, the good decisions that she makes. She can start any day and do things right, and the Lord will have great surprises like I have had in my life.
Wow. And guys, she said the Lord. She said the Lord. For some of you guys, y'all better hear that one right there. Y'all better hear that. She said the Lord. Uh,
Yes.
yeah. Well, that's awesome.
He's a good
That's
he's a good
extremely awesome. So, okay, Hannah, I got a question. This question is good. After you fight Clarissa Shields, okay, they want to know, would you entertain a fight with, Cornejo, or it was I can't ask. She said, would you entertain a fight with Cornejo or Cecilia Brækhus?
um if I win this fight, I already have in the contract I will have to fight her again.
Uh,
Um of course, you know, that's a good backup. I will do that too. But I've always wanted to fight Cecilia. It's just it haven't happened. And Cornejo, I don't have her in my radar, to be honest. I would rather fight Hammer. I would rather fight I like to fight Eva from 154 and WBC because I want to unify those belts. And Cecilia will always be one of the fights, my dream fights. I have great admiration for her, and she's been a great champion. And the last fight that she had against Kaylee, because I fought Kaylee and we are good friends. Um, it was amazing to see both both of them, going at it, and Cecilia was really really smart, and that's why I say it's not about the punch and the knockdown and all that. There's so many other things. That's what most people get impressed by. But to win a fight that is difficult, it takes a lot of you here and to control other things so that you can keep the advantages, and if you have good judges on the table and they know about boxing, they really know, they won't get impressed just by a one punch or one knockdown, so that's more or less what I think.
Yeah, because in Castillo, with Castillo, you battled back from a knockdown. You got back up, and
Yeah.
girl, you you bit down on that mouthpiece, and you went right back at her. That's why I cover a lot of women's combat sports, mostly MMA, but I followed you for a while because I know I'm like, man, like she's getting in there, and you're not backing down from some of these girls either. Some of these girls, like Castillo, boy, she rough, but you kept coming, and then you had another fight where it was a TKO victory, and I think it was Alvarez. I think it was
Oh,
Alvarez. Yeah,
Lorraine, I
yeah,
think.
yeah.
Lorraine. I
And
remember the referee saying, I said, why you stopped it? Because I remember one of my friends saying, "Oh, you need that knockdown video so that you can, showcase and all that." And I remember saying to the referee, "Why did you stop it?" And I said, I stopped it because every punch that you landed was a power punch. I couldn't just let that happen like that. And I was like, oh, okay, I trust you. Don't worry about it. But yeah, it's the last fights are being much greater, and I've been learning a lot. Like I said, I feel like I'm just starting because, to be honest, my experience is so little, and I have advanced so much that I feel really, really excited about what I'm going to see in a year or two. So we'll see, we'll see.
she talking about a year or two. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Because you say you're 35, you look like you're 29. So I
Oh,
mean,
thank
you probably, but you hadn't taken a lot of punishment though, because you got good. Your defense is pretty decent. From what I see, anyway, it's decent. Um, the gentleman from Mike Biggs Boxing, he asked you if you expect to KO Claressa Shields. He came right out and asked it.
No, I never respect that in none of my fights. I believe that when you focus on a knockout, you lose your game, because when it doesn't happen, when you're getting tired or you're getting a little frustrated and you're like, oh, I haven't knocked her down, you be like, you be worried, and I don't want to worry about that. I really want to do my fight plan, and it's so great, it's so amazing. I can't wait. I can't wait. So I don't really care if I knock her down or anything. I just wanna I'm not gonna say it because it's gonna sound like I don't want it to sound, but like I said, there's difference between amateur and professional, and I want her to look amateur and I want to look professional. So
Wow.
I'll leave it at that.
The comment thread, they're going crazy. They were like, "Yo, she is so amazing."
Oh,
They,
thank you
they
so
pretty
much.
much they clapping about your answer. Like it's yeah, you know what? Because I've always heard. Maybe you can tell me if it's true. Because you're a professional fighter. If you go in looking for the knockout, is that a good recipe to get yourself knocked out?
It could be, right? Because you're not focusing on your game like you should be. And you lose. you lose your focus. I think it's a great recipe to do a lot of mistakes. And there's so many details that you have to pay attention to. You know, for a mistake not to be lethal. That's how you say it. Lethal,
Little,
like it will kill you. Little.
little things will kill you.
Yeah. Um, there's so many things you have to be aware of that if you really are only seeing how to knock out the person, then you could easily fall into that. I agree with that person.
Okay, okay. Well, I only had a couple more questions because I know you got to go, and
Yes.
I've thoroughly enjoyed this. I've thoroughly enjoyed you coming on.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Clarissa Shields' assessment of you, and I'm gonna tell you what she said, and basically, you tell me if it's true. You tell me if it lines up with what you believe. Um, she said, that you have great footwork. Okay, she said that you have an extremely strong upper body. Okay, and she says that you are a great counterpuncher. She says you're very good at it.
That's I feel honored that she'll take the time to check all those things. I don't think I'm a great counter puncher.
Hmm.
I sometimes, or I used to make a lot of mistakes. I've gotten better,
Uh,
and I'll just I've been focusing on getting my aggressiveness back because I used to jump a lot because of I didn't have much experience, and then when they show me how to walk the ring in the professional game, you get a little passive. That's what you say, like
Passive, yes.
more controlling, relax and breathing and all that, but you cannot do that with Clarissa. So I had to get back my stamina, like so it was tough at the beginning, but we were able to do it. So I feel pretty confident that um um people is going to see just back and forward all these crazy combinations, and I've gotten better in combinations, and I'm so excited. It's just excited.
Wow. She's so excited, y'all. I'm excited. She's got me excited. Okay, last two questions. Okay, Clarissa. Okay, now she did say that she thinks that you underestimate her power.
No, I don't think I've never said anything to underestimate her. Like I said, it is not about her. Like I said a little bit ago, power is nothing if you cannot land the punch. And if you land it, is it with the right technique? Is it precise? Is it um is it a smart move? Are you not jeopardizing something else by throwing that punch? So there's many ways to see it. Um, I will know until I feel her hand, how powerful she is. And like I said, if I have to worry, I'll adapt. And if I don't, just keep on going how we plan to go.
Okay. Okay. Well, I got one final question, and then we got a request. Okay. Anybody who doubts you, okay, anybody in the world who doubts you going into this fight, what would you say?
I have nothing to say to them.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Nothing.
about. Yeah.
You know, people that are doubters or haters and stuff like that need to get on their feet and do something about themselves, and see and feel on their own how tough it is to go where you want to go and to reach there. You know, I truly, what motivates me is the people that loves me, the people that is worried about my health, that wants to see me victorious. I think they are the ones that is worth it to suffer this much pain. Um, the other team is, I don't know, just I guess part of it, but I pay no mind on that. And I want my
Yes.
daughter to learn from this because this is an era where the cyberbullying and all these things, people
Mm.
want so much acceptance that they're feeling bad about themselves for anything. And it was funny because people in my country is very nice, and they're like, oh, God bless you both, and hope you do well. And Clarissa's parents were like, oh, you're gonna break her nose, and it was this all kinds of things, and people will get mad, and I said, you can get mad at it. You cannot get mad at these things because it's just how people expresses themselves, and it doesn't really matter. Words don't matter. And you cannot live your life worrying about how people sees you or what people is expecting to happen with your life. You have to be the owner of your path and your destiny, and you have to give your all so that when things happen, because everything that happens to us is because he wants it to happen like that, and there is a lesson for all of us to learn from. And so, if it is a victory, if it's because as you lose, or is it that you fail, or is it that you lost somebody, or that you are feeling lonely, or whatever is it, he has a plan for that. And you cannot be wasting your time worrying about what other people feels. You don't even know what are their experiences, their perspective of life and stuff. Some people is so hurt, and they just trying to bash that on somebody else so that they cannot feel their own pain. So you are not supposed to make that your own. Just be and be happy. That's what we are all here for.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. I'm feeling that whole thing resonated. Wow. Guys, she said just be happy. She said really be happy. It's a lot of things. I'm gonna be taking bits and pieces of this what you said, and I'm actually go back and listen to it. I'm actually listen to it because there's a lot of like, guys, she dropped some nuggets, like some serious nuggets, not just about the fight game, guys. Not, I mean, about how you conduct yourself, in life. Like those are some serious nuggets. I'm talking about like on an educational, high intellect level, extremely. Like and
And
just
I just want to say to end up with this, I'm just so grateful. And I was saying in the press conference, that the word of God says that when two or more.
oh, the sound went.
We did? Okay.
Okay, good. Yeah,
We did.
that's the devil.
I
All right.
was saying in the press conference that uh, the word of God says that when two or more get together to pray, he'll be there. So I want just people to join us to pray for all the fighters because and their well-being. I always want to fight, and yes, we want to hurt somebody, like they say. Well, not really, not me. I want to do my job, and I want to be dominant, and I want to be superior, but I don't really want to hurt anybody to the point where families will suffer. And the fighter itself, even though we take that, um, as we take that, and we are willing to suffer whatever we have to because we love this, we love what we do. Um, it is very difficult to see a family dealing with an athlete or a person that is not longer in condition, and they have to be taking care of them, the expenses, the energy, the pain. And so I will ask you very, in a very humble way, to pray for all of us to get out of the ring in our best of health, and to be able to give the very best out of us so that you can have a great fight night and enjoy
Oh, okay. That's easy. That's easy. Look,
it.
say no more. Prayer is prayer. Prayer is prayer. If you want to pray, you can pray. Matter of fact, you can pray as long as you want to. You can pray right now. You can pray right now.
No, I wasn't going to pray, but I was just saying to people, you go ahead and as try to take um, that part away where people really wants to see somebody going down and suffer and all that. We can give you that, but the fight is gonna be over, and then there's a life after that, and the fights can be just as exciting um, when you love the sport and you care to learn how much more into this there is than a hard punch. And so thank you so much for the interview. I have to go because they're waiting for me, and I didn't expect
Yes.
the interview to go this long. I enjoyed it a lot also, and I
Me
want
either.
to thank your viewers, and I want to thank you for taking the time as well. It is truly a pleasure for me, and I'm honored, and I'm happy that these words are helping or inspiring because everything comes from him. He's the one teaching all of these things to me along with the years, through the years. So just happy and blessed to share this little time with you all. Thank you.
Okay. And I want to ask you, well, one for a drop, but then two, I want to ask you after the fight, is there any way we can get you back on after you're done with the fight?
No problem.
She said no problem, y'all. She said no problem. Okay. Last thing, can you say my name is Hanna Gabriels, and you're watching Coach Shelton Harrison?
Coach Shelton
Yeah, Coach Shelton Harrison. That's me.
Harrison. Oh, okay. My name is Hannah Gabriels, and you are watching Coach. Uh, what? I'm
Oh
sorry.
dear God, help a Lord, Coach Shelton Harrison.
Okay. My name is Hannah Gabriels, and you're watching Coach. I forget.
Shelton.
Her Shelton.
Yeah,
Sorry. Okay, guys, I'm gonna do it again. Don't kill me. Shelton Harrison. Okay.
yeah.
My name is Hannah Gabriels, and you're watching Coach Shelton Harrison. And I did it.
Amen. Amen. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it, and I'll definitely be linking back up with you when the fight's concluded. Okay.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much. Bye bye.